Hello, Ed Fam. It's Val Lee here from The Strategic Advantage. Reaching out today to let you know that I've gotten in a new shipment of AIR, Actions Intended for Results. This book is sure to move your students forward if your teachers will read it and apply all of the best practices and promising practices that are inside. I want to share the table of contents with you because I've just left a meeting with some principals who are going to order the book for their grade chairs and department chairs. And this particular book, the contents starts out with giving the argument for fast-tracking learning. Why is it that we need to accelerate learning? And then how to establish a culture, a school-wide culture that's going to promote accelerated learning. Chapter 3 talks about the leadership practices that support learning acceleration, because we all know that it begins with the leader and the leader's vision in terms of the direction of the school. Then it talks about essential teacher training for enhancing effectiveness with accelerated learning. That chapter is going to be very, very important as we embark upon a new school year, primarily because as I have surveyed school districts who have teacher vacancies right now, and we are headed to mid-June, we have a lot of schools who have as many as 400 to 500, 600 teachers yet to be hired. Some of them are looking at bringing in teachers that are non-certified, those who have worked in corporate but want to change their trajectory as it relates to careers. So teaching is always a great option, and there's certainly going to be a need. But one of the things that schools and school districts are going to have to do is to make certain that these individuals who are hired receive the appropriate training, get the necessary tools, and develop the necessary skills to be effective in the classroom. So that chapter 4, essential teacher training for enhancing effectiveness with accelerated learning, is going to be so key. Now, chapter 5 looks at student engagement in the accelerated learning process. Some of the things that teachers often say is that it's hard to motivate students these days. How do we get them focused? Well, this book is going to give you some ways to engage students in the learning process. Then it looks at progress monitoring and assessment. Then it looks at tiered interventions for fostering accelerated learning for all students. And then it goes on to talk about having all that information. Take a look at this 4-pronged approach for moving your school forward. I'm telling you, this is a really good book. I encourage you to go out to the website at www.thestrategicadvantage.org and read more about it, or go over to Amazon and take a look at what is out there. This book on learning acceleration is really a comprehensive guide that addresses one of the most challenging things in education today, and that is the need to close achievement gaps and recover learning that has been lost. I encourage you to take a look at this book. You won't regret it. When I did my little mini book talk today with those principals, they were so very pleased and said that this is much needed and long overdue. Thanks for listening. Check it out. AIR, Actions Intended for Results. It's not about talking about it. It's about being about it. The main thing is are you getting the results you desire? Are we meeting the needs of all learners? How can we better develop teachers to be more effective in the classroom? And how can we get learners and their parents to buy into the learning process and help to move it forward? AIR is going to give you the answers to all of those questions. Thanks.